On today's Starting Nine, Jake and Carl report live with Administrative Assistant Cooper Arrieta from Los Angeles. We're out here for the Home Run Derby, the All-Star Game festivities. It's a loaded week. We got some big interviews coming up, but for today, just a light touch and go. Get ready for the All-Star festivities. You got Jake and Carl live here in Hotel Indigo. Let's have a good show here, boys. Action! Hey, welcome back to Starting Nine. Carl here, Jake here, Cooper here. We're live.
Exciting to be here. We weren't really, it was kind of touch and go there for a while.
Didn't think we'd make it.
I
would have put it 30-70.
That we didn't make, that we.
Where 70s, we don't make it.
We have to be here, though. And now that we're here, it feels good, and you kind of just feel it in the air.
Yeah.
Excited to see a lot of these guys in the Derby tonight.
Dodger Stadium. Which you picked out as your number one stadium away from Wrigley. And
yeah, I just think it is. And, you know, with the history here, Kershaw starting the game, you get to see I think it's going to be entertaining to see Pujols in the Home Run Derby. I don't know how he's gonna fare. And nothing against him, but he's been doing this shit for so long.
So this will come out after the Derby, so I'll just make a bold prediction right now. I think Albert Pujols is going to win it. I don't care if I look like an idiot when this is published.
Yeah,
this is baseball. This is romantic. I have to be romantic because it's a romantic sport. Pujols, like if he hits 70 tonight, no,
it's an endurance thing.
Right, 70.
It's an endurance thing. He's got the swing to do it, but
is that real when people say home run derby fatigue?
Takes you out, takes it out of you big time, 100%. And hopefully we can talk to some of these guys that are a part of it or who have been in derbies in the past. But I'm telling you, man, when you're trying to pace yourself, because these guys can hit homers at 60%, but you've got, 35, 40,000 people, adrenaline, like you wanna advance, and if you go first, you don't know how many you're gonna have to hit, so you're just trying to pump them out, just one after another, and it seems like how it used to be, the ball like has to land before they can throw another pitch.
Oh, they're just pumping.
Now they're just rapid fire. They get one timeout or two or something like that per round. But like just from hitting BP on the road or at home before the hitters come out to take the repeat, the last couple rounds we're just trying to lose balls. We're just trying to launch them. And I mean 8 to 10 swings takes it out of you, let alone 25
whatever
40 swings.
What was your when you were a kid, what's your home run derby moment or stadium, or like when you think you're like kid home run derby?
I don't know if there's a stadium in particular. It's more of just guys that I remember watching in the home run derby. Mark McGwire, the Sammy Sosa, the classic ones like that.
Yeah. Sosa had the back-to-backs. I think it was Turner one year, and then back when it was Miller Park. The Coors Field one was so legit. The Coors Field one, I think it was like 97, 98 when Larry Walker had the full mullet.
Yeah. And just seeing how far these guys can actually hit the ball. And I don't know if it was a derby in San Francisco or just like a legendary batting practice story that I think McGwire was the only guy to hit the ball in that big glove in left center field, which is I think it's like 515 feet away from home plate.
As far.
It's very far. And it's harder to hit the ball further in BP and home run derby because they're lobbing in there. Some guys like it with a little bit more on it. Some guys like it lobbed in there. But obviously the higher velocity, the ball's going to travel further. So to be able to hit the ball near 500 feet or further in a home run derby, that's just it's insane.
And we have we're going to thank Barstool sent us out. We got a cool opportunity tonight. I think this is going to be one of those like hockey experiences where if you go see a hockey game in person, you're like, dude, that is crazy different than seeing it on TV. I think the derby is going to be that where like we'll be there in person watching it. And to your point, like how far they hit it, like 500 feet. That's far, man. Like that, until you see it, it's like holy smokes. And there's gonna be multiple.
It's a long way.
Moments like that
it's
tonight.
Such a long way. And in 2016, Cooper was with me on the field in San Diego, watching the Derby. And you're right. It's like on TV. I don't know if it's not near as exciting. And I think you're right with hockey. I like hockey, but I don't really watch much hockey.
go
Going to
to
a
a
game,
hockey
going to
game
games different.
You're
It's
looking
cold.
at season ticket packages in between the second and third period. Like, man, dude, hockey
Yeah.
games in person are awesome.
It's an intimate experience. It's cold. Like, you just hear the boards, like when guys are slamming into them. You might get a puck in the stands. Like, watch your teeth. But the home run derby it's just like that. Like, being there is a different experience. I mean, being on the field and being there with the position players and just like shooting the shit with all the other all-stars and watching the guys and their kids and everybody being in awe of how far these guys are hitting the ball. It's pretty sweet.
It's a great environment to be in, and guys, just a good time to remind everybody, like, accidents could happen at any time, and are you protected? Do you have a loved one that needs to be protected? Because in an unpredictable economy, life insurance can offer peace of mind. Hey, how about that for a transition? That anyone who relies on you financially, a child, a parent, or even a business partner, will have a financial cushion if something happens to you. Life insurance typically gets more expensive as you age, so it's smart to get a policy sooner rather than later. Policy Genius is an insurance comparison website that makes it easy to compare quotes from top companies like AIG and Prudential in one place to find your lowest price. You could save 50% or more on life insurance by comparing quotes with Policy Genius. That's right, 50% or more just by comparing quotes with Policy Genius. All you have to do is head to policygenius.com to get personalized quotes in minutes and find the right policy for your needs. The licensed agents at Policy Genius work for you, not the insurance companies. They're on hand through the entire process to help you understand your options so you can make decisions with confidence. Just head to policygenius.com to get personalized quotes in minutes and find the right policy for your needs that doesn't ask for a personal endorsement but asks to sling insurance. Go to policygenius.com. Speaking of former professions, your former profession brought you out here as an all-star. So what's going through these guys' heads, let's just say the first-timers?
Having all-star associated to your name forever is cool. It's something I don't know if you dream about or you've watched as a kid, and then being in those shoes, those guys' shoes. It's kind of hard to put into words, but my favorite thing about it was being able to like be teammates with guys for just a brief moment, like getting to watch them, how they go about the routine, how they like to take ground balls or fly balls before the game, and just observe, ask questions.
Yeah.
That's really cool stuff. And one thing that you don't really know going into it is how much stuff you have to do, like the media commitments and walking around, all the pictures and things like that. It can be a lot.
Yeah.
But it's part of the whole deal. And
Dude, there's no time. I mean, the game's ended Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Then there's party Sunday night when you get in. And then Monday morning we get in, and everybody's running around like you say, sponsored commitments.
It's a lot.
And then 5 p.m. it's an early call time for the Derby. So a lot of the guys were over there pretty early in the day.
Yeah.
And then afterwards you're going to have red carpet parties. You're going to have those type of stuff. And then tomorrow's the game. So to your point, they say it's the all-star break, but the real break is for the guys that aren't here.
That aren't here, yeah. And I'm assuming that there's going to be quite a few guys that'll come to the Derby for a little while and then kind of get out of there a little earlier, have some downtime with their family or friends, maybe grab something to eat, and then kind of get back to it after that. But yeah, like hitting in the Derby and then playing in the game, it's not really a break.
Right.
Not a break for them, but it's an honor for everyone to be here, being a part of it. Yeah. So you enjoy it as much as you can. And like for guys, some of these guys have been a part of a lot of All-Star games. So it's just like, yeah, another All-Star game, no big deal. But for the first timers, it's like one of the coolest times in their career.
So I kind of have this idea now that the more I get to understand about like the players, I've always followed the game and all that stuff, but now the more I understand about the actual guys that are playing the game. So I get this sense that like, because you talk about like, is it a lifelong dream? There's so much humility, and baseball players are just such naturally humble people from the process and from the competitiveness and understanding like, man, I'm one of how many guys that want to have this spot. So I think there's this sense of like getting to the big leagues then, right, where you'd be like, all right, I just want to be an everyday big leaguer. I mean, to come in day one and be like, all right, I want to be an all-star, like that's a good goal, but to carry yourself like that. But then I feel like something has to happen, right? So for you, it had to be like 2014 where you get this taste where you're like, dude, I actually am good enough.
Where you realize.
You're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
And then that has to be, I don't know if it's a switch, but then you can kind of maybe mentally get to another level where you're like, now you carry yourself as like, all right, I'm not just here in the big leagues. I'm not just an everyday big leaguer.
You're like you're a dude.
Does that happen or like?
Yeah, it happens, and there is a transition, and it's different for everyone. I mean, Kershaw came up and was an all-star basically from the get-go. Once you have, like, you're just trying to have consistent success, and that's how you stay. Like, everyone says it's easy to get to the big leagues, which it's not, but they say it's easy to get to the big leagues, it's hard to stay, which is true. It's very hard to stay because there's so many guys that are ready to take your spot. So you want to be consistent. You want to keep your jersey. You want to be in that uniform for a long period of time, and then you want to have success at like an even higher level. And then if you're able to do that, like you said, in 2014, I got a taste of like, okay, like, is this something I can do on a consistent basis? And if I can do that, I will be an all-star. Maybe some other things will happen. But even more than that, like in baseball, it's not an individual sport at all. Obviously, you can change the game for your team by performing highly in an individual respect, but this is one of the few times where, over the course of the season, you're recognized for your individual achievements. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of unique in that sense from a baseball player's perspective. But you're right. Like once you're like, okay, I can stay here. Like I know I'm a consistent enough starting pitcher, reliever, position player to like play this game for a long time. But then can I play at this level? Can I take it to this level? And very few people get to that elite level on a consistent basis and are perennial all-stars.
Right.
And that's why it's just so impressive to see the guys who are in this game like year after year after year and play for 10, 12, 15 years and just seem to not slow down.
Dude, no doubt you ever think like, I don't know, you guys ever talk about how there's no like post, like when the season's done, there's no like all-star team. Like NFL has all-pro, and then obviously the Pro Bowl happens at the end of the year. But NBA is all NBA and stuff. Baseball's just like, no, so we'll do Silver Slugger, we'll do All-Star.
Yeah,
because like you could be awesome for the first 3 months of the year.
It's interesting.
And then like, what if I'm just a bad player in September historically?
Yeah. Well, so in 15, I wasn't an all-star in 15.
Which is like crazy
and
that
won the
like,
Cy Young.
you were not.
I think
subscribe to our YouTube channel because
Yeah.
I'm looking into the camera right now to make a pointer. You were an all-star in 15 is like
we
I don't
had a
even know if you can
conversation
call
with-
it a
with Blackman.
snub. It's just funny.
I don't know my first half numbers, but they were still good. It was probably, what could it have been if my second half was a .75?
And you finished with the 177.
So like a three,
yeah,
maybe good enough to make the All-Star
Less
team,
than
but
that.
but
no, like 2.8. Yeah,
I think that was that Cy Young year. It was like Greinke with a
Cubs
1.6.
weren't good yet either. By the way, that's a good point. Like you guys had not turned the corner yet, where you guys were in the playoff chase. I think you guys were under 500 at the
Were
All-Star
we at
break
the All-Star break?
and had not turned from the
Okay.
rebuild yet. Because that
Yeah.
August when you got it going was when
Right.
the Cubs, that 2015 Cubs were like 24
Yeah.
and 5 or something.
And like we had this conversation. It might have been with Blackman or with Dansby, but at 14 I got Cy Young votes and wasn't an All-Star then. But it's about the guys. Those guys that are going to get chosen for the All-Star game have been doing it for a while. Usually, you might have a guy in there that's
Paul
having
Blackburn this
having an
year,
incredible
Oakland,
year.
right? Yeah.
Right, but and rightfully so. Like I hadn't done it before, really. Could I have been on the All-Star team? Sure, but there were other guys probably more deserving. And but you're right. It's interesting that there's no like all National League team or all American League team at the end of the year. And I wonder why that is.
So that's something maybe starting 9 can get behind. We'll do the first ever, like the post team. I'm thinking the other thing, All-Star game, I want to go to like, obviously we all know the big names and the big players, but how about like, the Braves assistant, bench coach or whatever that finally gets a chance to go to an All-Star game? Are there, when you get to an All-Star game, are there coaches or clubbies or staff, like do they bring the staff with where you're like, dude, that guy's been with so-and-so forever, he finally gets to go to a game? Or how do they pick out like the support staff and stuff so when you go into the clubhouse? Or is it just the Dodgers host it?
That's a fucking great question. and that I don't even
know.
That I don't even know
Like
the
we talk
answer
about our buddy
to.
Danny from the Cubs.
I don't-
Like, is it like, yo, you get picked, you get to go to the All-Star game this year? Like,
I mean, let's ask some people. I know I should know this question. I mean,
I don't
I was
know.
only an All-Star once, but yeah, I don't know if the manager like picks guys or
like
I don't know.
dude, like everybody from like the umpires to the grounds crew to the beer vendors, like the amount of people that show up that work game day operations isn't everybody for the Dodgers and stuff. It'd be cool if like each team could send like a couple of vendors out and they did like an exchange, like we're gonna do a hot dog vendor. What? Colin's asking us if we saw the Yankees barber. He went to the All-Star game?
Yeah, Aaron Boone sent him to be the barber.
To be the guy?
The Yankees sent their barber out here. That's so big league.
You cannot overstate the importance of a major league barber.
No.
And if you, oh, come on.
Why?
Man. What are you kidding me? These guys, like, look at,
Yeah,
for
they
instance,
Stan
Eric
looks so
Hosmer,
good. Yeah.
Chris Bryant. Like, it's these guys, it doesn't happen by accident. They're not going to great clips. They're not going to supercuts.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are sitting in a barber's chair at 1 o'clock, 1:30, getting tightened up and throwing the guy $100, like, or 100, whatever, $200.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing gig if you can do it well. We had barbers over the course of my career that like just did some things they shouldn't have done, or like didn't show up one day when guys were counting on cuts, and hey, you're next. But like if you can maintain that gig, guys will fly you out anywhere. I mean, we're bald. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I can.
It's fine.
In the first 3 or 4 months, having to do my own beard, kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Really, because you're used to a dude like, okay, it's like a 2 here and then a 3.
See,
and
now
it fades
that's
into
why
a
when
5
you
and
told
6.
you told me you were like, I do my own beard.
And
It
you were
didn't
like,
register
what?
with me. I was
No,
like, all right,
man.
cool, dude. I hope you tie your shoes. Or I said something.
No.
I just said something mean that was not.
But how nice is it if you were ever
A big leaguer, yeah.
lucky enough to sit in that chair? You just like the guy knows exactly what you want. He fades you up the right way, gets the neckline with he trims it up. He does the hot foam. He does the straight razor, and you're good to go. And it's like, hey man, I'll see you next week. But some of these guys are in that chair once a week.
That sounds so nice.
Right.
That reminds me, I was walking
a
around
beautiful cut.
Arizona. I was walking around the Arizona State facility, and their former head coach, who's now at Michigan, was showing me, and he's like, "Hey, Carl, you got to see. This is one of the most important rooms we have for the whole program." And he opens it up, and it was 3 barber chairs, and he's like, "We got like the guys will cut each other's hair. They'll bring guys in and stuff." And he's like, "You have no idea how important it is. Like when we bring a recruit in,
It's
we're
no
like,
joke.
check out the chairs."
It's no joke. I mean, guys want to look good.
But
And
that just
Miami,
leads to,
Miami
like,
was the
you guys
best. So Miami's barber, and I'm sure he's still the guy. His name's Juice. So he's got his own barber setup, like in Marlins Park. It's beautiful, and he's been cutting guys' hair forever, like way before I was in the big leagues. So yeah, and it's a gig that a lot of guys want, but I'm telling you, if you fuck up a little bit, like next guy up.
Yeah,
Next
you
guy
don't
up.
have a long leash on that. Like the hair is just, you just can't screw it up.
And you got to show up. If you're supposed to be there at 12:30, you got to be there at 12:30. Because if I need Harper to get lined up, if he needs that to go on the field and produce and feel good about it, hey, we need this guy there.
It's just funny thinking of like a great all time. One of my great, I shouldn't say great, but like mine. When Wakefield had Mirabelli, the Red Sox trade for Doug Mirabelli from the San Diego Padres to catch Wakefield in a game, and they get a police escort from the airport. This is back in like 2004. I think they're playing the Yankees. And Mirabelli gets a police escort from San Diego to catch Wakefield because he was the only guy who could catch Wakefield. They got rid of him. He went over to San Diego for a couple months or like get his ass back.
Of course you're going to do it.
Dude, could you imagine the barber and Bryce Harper's? Bryce Harper's like, dude, wait, they're throwing the lefty tonight, and he's not here. And it's like, get those Philadelphia cops would probably bring the helicopter out then.
No, I'm telling you, you gotta be tightened up the way these guys want it.
Is this the most all-star game festive? This is the hardest guys are looking in the mirror, right?
I mean, guys just have a routine, and they've had their suit ready for probably 2 months, or guys, maybe first-time guys didn't. Like we'll see, like Julio.
Oh,
Rodriguez.
Alec Manoah probably did not have. He's probably went to Men's
but have you
Warehouse.
seen? Like I've peeped on his Instagram. Like
okay, is he sharp?
Like when we were doing Gosman, like I was on Instagram and kind of ran into Manoah's page, and he like, you know, he's got photos of him like coming into the stadium, leaving the stadium. Like he's looking good. Like he doesn't get dressed in the dark, as Lackey likes to say. Like it didn't happen by accident. So I'm sure that he's had a few suits in the wardrobe that are ready to go at any point in time. But yeah, like Harper's got he's got it. I don't know, is it David August or some suit manufacturer he's with? I might have messed that up, or maybe it's Stitch. It might be a Vegas place.
Bryce
But
come on and clear
he's
it
got
up.
like the interior of the jacket is custom. It's got his name, all sorts of stuff in it. We had a really, a really awesome tailor in Philly. His name is Jay Amin. Shout out to Jay. I think his account is the Amin Standard, AMIN Standard. Makes awesome shit. So everybody's got a good tailor. Everybody's got a good barber. And would you expect anything less?
No, and this is the time. This is showtime.
It's
Baseball
showtime,
players
yeah.
don't get a lot of showtime either. Like,
No.
like NBA, like this is by far the least. Well, I mean, I'm not even counting hockey, but of the three big sports, like
Probably
by
the
far
least.
the least glamorous because but that's also the nature of the guys playing it. And there's just so many more guys playing it. There's just
Well, travel's
yeah.
different too, right? Like you play a night game at 7:00. You get on the plane at midnight. Like, why be in a suit?
right.
You get to Boston at 3:00 in the morning in a suit so you can walk through an empty lobby. No, like travel's
NFL
different.
has 8 trips a year, 9 trips a year.
Yeah, so they've got like the Go Yard or all the Gucci Louis duffels and the briefcase and the shades, everything. And everyone's taking photos by the plane. Like, it's cool. Like if you're your first couple times doing it, I need to get a photo of myself standing by the jet. But then you just kind of get used to it. But yeah, like in football, basketball, they aren't traveling as much as we are, so it's more of a big deal. And everybody wants to look good. They're spending a lot of money too on their clothes, as they should.
Well, I'll tell our audience, right? You won't believe this ad transition. I'll tell our audience. This is so unplanned.
The first
but we're
one was
here.
great. Let's hear
We're
this
here.
one.
I'll tell our audience, you guys don't have to spend that much money on your clothes. Let me tell you about our good friends at Indochino. Oh, dude. When you get up in the morning as a podcaster, you dream. Or when you go to bed at night, you dream. Either way, those are the transitions they're made of. Choose every detail on a suit, shirt, dinner jacket, and at a more affordable price that may surprise you for fully custom pieces. Guys, Indochino, every suit's made to your exact measurements. Guys like me, that's big time. Customize every detail. Fit you perfectly. The best part, Indochino suits start from just $429 and shirts from $79. Indochino also offers completely custom fitted shirts, casual wear, and more. Get a wardrobe personalized to your style and taste without spending a fortune. They're always adding new pieces too. Who doesn't want new pieces? Not the stale stuff. We're talking about the fresh stuff, hot stuff. Go out. Have a nice date. Feel good. Feel confident. Go to the All-Star game. I customize listen, guys, how about this? How about the fact we're just talking about looking good, feeling good, and we're right here.
You gotta have a tailored suit. You gotta have a tailored suit. You can't just buy. I don't care if it's $300, if it's $2,000. You can't wear it. You can't wear it off the rack like that. You got to spend the extra $40, $50, maybe $100, and get it chopped up a little bit because it makes that $300 to $500 suit look like a $2,000 suit. And don't think you got to spend $2,000 on a suit because you don't.
No, not with these type of promo codes.
Like, just get the suit to fit your body correctly, and you're going to look great. You're going to look great.
Who's got a fall wedding coming up? Raise your hand.
And there's a bunch of them coming up.
Yep, you better be looking good.
Man,
If you've
I
got a
love
big day
weddings.
coming up, getting the perfect look with Indochino is very important. How about this? We're going to give you $50 off any purchase of $399 or more by using promo code STARTING at Indochino.com. I'll be the first one to use this. $50 off. Purchase $399 or more at INDOCHINO.com. Promo code starting. That's Indochino.com. $50 off. Again, I'm sorry. I got to pat myself on the back again one more time. To
You're
just
2 for 2.
fluidly drive the conversation to looking good, feeling good, playing good. Colin, I didn't know we had Indochino. I knew you sent me the ad copy.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know it was Indochino. I didn't know. So we were just here talking, making magic right into
So
it.
I can't wait for our boxes to show up.
It's gonna be good, dude.
Wear some of that on the show.
I'm gonna be next.
Yeah.
I almost went full 3-piece for the show today.
Oof.
I almost did. I didn't want to travel.
Are
I didn't
you-
know.
Are you wearing a suit? You're not wearing a suit tonight.
No. But I contemplated
Jeans and a
it.
tee.
Listen, if you're going to call it, we're going to a red carpet event tonight. If you're going to invite me to a red carpet event, you might get my red carpet best effort. The only thing is if it was in any other city but Los Angeles. If we're in Cleveland, bro, black tie.
No, you're lying about that.
No.
I am wearing boots tonight, though.
What kind of boots?
They're called Shoto. SHOTO.
I mean, like leather?
Man, they're great boots.
Leather?
Yeah, it's like it's a mid. I mean, it's not a cowboy boot.
Okay.
It's a great looking boot. I've had them for about 6 years.
You're
and
wearing
They
pants?
look brand new. I'm gonna wear jeans. Yeah, I'm wearing jeans.
Tell me about your inseam right now. How many inches?
This
6?
is yeah, it's probably a 6. I'm not for sure. I actually got these. Where did I get these? In Denver. Yeah, yeah.
Gorgeous.
Got them in Denver.
Coming out west, traveling. We did some traveling today. We're excited. Let me just say this. This is obviously a little bit of a shorter episode. We're going to the All-Star game. We're going to the Home Run Derby.
I can't wait for
And
that.
we're gonna. And I would like to, if things work out, cut Thursday's show tomorrow night after the All-Star game. Like
Yeah.
last thing we do. Great trip. Okay, so one thing we talked about when you joined the show, I kind of want to like spend some time on this.
Mm-hmm.
Is you said something that stood out to me because I consider myself open-minded. Like if something sucks, it's because I tried and it sucked. Like it doesn't suck just because someone says it sucks.
yeah.
And
there's
you were
nothing
saying
wrong with
this
that.
about towns and cities that you go to, and you're like, dude, there's a lot of cities where people are like,
I'm a big,
oh, this
yeah,
place
yeah. This is a
sucks,
big
and you're like,
thing to me.
dude, and you're like, when
You just
when
don't
you
know where to go.
travel.
You
So
just don't know where to
today,
go.
I think we went to a place. You've been to Los Angeles for baseball countless times.
Yeah.
I think this was probably the first time we went to this card shop in
Yeah.
Los Angeles. Have you been over
Sports
there
Source
before?
too.
Okay.
I've never been over there. It's on Ventura Boulevard. But yeah, you're 100% right. And young players need to like really take that seriously. Like get out of the hotel early and go experience stuff. I mean, shit. Take your phone out and, whatever your interests are, just go explore. Go explore. Like early in my career, we'll get back to the memorabilia thing. But I bought a Dayhan folding bike with like an electric pack on it. I travel with it, fold it up, put it in like this big suitcase and brought on the plane. And I'd just get out and I'd ride for 3-4 hours. One of my favorite places to ride was Boston. Boston was great. Toronto was great. But yeah, go explore. Early in my career too, I was like, yeah, all right, like, Detroit's not that great, or Cleveland or Cincinnati. I like those cities a lot.
Yeah.
I like those cities a lot. You got your restaurants, you got your stuff, to do during the day. You got golf courses. So yeah, like it's your fault if you don't know enough about the city. And if you don't know, ask one of the older players. And I'm sure they'll have, some places for you to check out.
Yeah, and like that's come up at least a couple times already in interviews you've had with current players. They're like, dude, go check this place out, go check that place out. And so while we got in, we had like, a little bit of time to kill today. I was like, what should we do? And so Coop's with us in the trip. He's like our intern for the for the next couple of nights, kind of. And you guys have been buying cards and getting into like the card business. Now, you don't have to say exactly. I think it would be good for our audience to know exactly how much money you spent. You don't have to if you feel pressure from mama, but like.
No, it's going to be out there. It's fine. So, grew up loving baseball cards, but it was like, they weren't the same type of cards that they are now. Like the old stuff, like I've got some Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig and DiMaggio and Ted Williams, Cy Young, Ty Cobb, like some really good shit. But now these cards are beautiful. Like Panini makes a great card, Topps, Upper Deck. They're higher end stuff though. $1,300 a box. Like this box right here, this is the Panini Chronicles. This is actually football. We opened the Topps.
Pristine.
Topps pristine.
We all got a box.
We all three got a box. His first box, he opens a signed Trout
Yep.
with a patch.
Signed Trout patch.
Really,
auto.
really nice card. So he's probably hooked. But Cooper and his buddy Grayson got me back into it. So we go to 3 card shops in Austin. Spent $10,000-$12,000 on some boxes, and it's like we're ripping the boxes open in the store. People are cheering. It's some of the most fun I've ever had because you never know what you're gonna find. We pulled like Trey Lance signed rookies. We pulled 1 of 5 Zach Wilson.
The Zach
RPA.
Wilson thing's nice, and I'm learning
yeah.
too because if it's number matters, rookie cards
Numbers
matter, hologram matters, but not as much
There's
as like a
different
patch
like
or an
there's
autograph.
prism black, blue. I mean,
Okay.
I'm still learning. But the guy's like, "Oh, you got an RPA." I'm like, "Is that good?" He's like, "Yeah, it's a rookie patch autographs." I'm like, all right, so you're looking for numbered stuff. So in this Panini Chronicles box, 6 boxes in the case. 12 box. Okay, so it makes me feel a little bit better. But this box was 6,000.
And I think it's worth pointing out, I know there's diehard sports fans listening to this. Lorenzo Monterreal from UCLA was running the shop.
Running the shop.
So, like, the center on the teams that went to 3 straight Final Fours.
That
We
shit was
walk
fun.
in, remember, he stands up. We're like, dude, you're
He was sitting in a
fucking-
chair. He was sitting in a chair. I'm like, didn't think anything of it. He stands up. He's 6'9".
That was hilarious.
6'9".
So we're kicking it. I mean, because you go into card shops, memorabilia places and stuff. There's a certain brand that's lingering there. And this guy's like, yeah, no, I just retired playing pro ball. Like, what's up, guys?
He's playing in Mexico.
Yeah, hanging out with the boys. So we're opening the cards and stuff, or he's giving us. So we do have, if you're watching this on YouTube, again, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to do an unboxing live. We have the Panini box.
Yeah.
The Panini box is special, and the only reason I know this is special because this Panini box is very expensive.
And there's even more expensive cards than that, believe it or not. And it's a whole new world to me. I didn't realize that. But they have these National Treasures boxes, baseball, football, and basketball, that I think go up to $17,000 a box for 8 cards. For 8 cards, 17 G's a box. I wanted to buy one, but I can't go 17 G's.
All right, no 17 G's here, but we do have. Do you want to open one? You want to
You
come
wanna
over
open
here
one?
in between us? All right, you're gonna have
All
to
right,
come back
we gotta
here.
crack this
If
open.
you're on YouTube,
So
you're gonna get a live unboxing here.
I couldn't bring a blade with me. Anybody got a knife?
No knives here on set. Didn't travel with it. Speaking of which, while we're getting this set up, I'll just tell you about my flight today for the audience. A little one-on-one time here. I got seated in the back next to the bathroom, and a flight from Chicago to Los Angeles at 7 a.m. You'd be surprised. The plane full of 200 people. How many people do you think got up and took a dump today? I mean, it's closer to 50 than it is to 30.
What time was your flight?
7:15
so
a.m. A
people
lot
are
of coffee,
people are taking
bagel.
their morning dump.
But people, yeah, because no one had time to do it in the apartment, and they got there, they feel the rumble tumble. Now, it's not just the waft of the crap that's coming into my face. It's go, show it to the camera. What you're don't just rush.
Well,
through
I'm
it.
trying to get the pre-wrap off.
Oh,
for him.
pre-wrap.
Hey,
Okay,
take it
so
easy.
okay. Hey, it's a pre-wrap.
2021 Chronicles football. I mean, there's a shot. We pulled some really nice cards out of these boxes
Yeah, you want to get rid of
I'll
that
allow
pre-wrap
you.
there, young man?
to do the honors. Man, it's like
It's a big moment. It's the first live unboxing
they're
in
so
Starting
pretty.
9 history.
And I want to. All I want to do is unbox cards. So like, if anybody wants to send me cards, I'll unbox them.
Whatnot. We
We'll
want to give a
live
shout out
stream
to
it.
our guys at Whatnot.
I
We're
didn't-
gonna have a link.
Did you realize how big it was? Because when we walked into the card shop, he was unboxing cards like live on
He was streaming.
live streaming.
Lorenzo is just streaming. The amount of crotch, too, that gets in your face while people are waiting because they keep bumping into you. So I had a lot of butt and crotch in my face on the plane today. Wasn't that? It was so uncomfortable. All right, what do we got, buddy? 8 cards, 6 packs.
8 cards in a pack.
This is a big moment here. Cooper's
This is
reaching
pretty
in.
big.
He's folding. He opens cards pretty quickly. When we talk about
Careful now.
now, what do you know about football cards versus baseball cards?
Football cards are more valuable.
As far as we know, basketball is one.
You gotta love
football-
when your son says stuff like that. too.
basketball, football, baseball. It's because of the quantity. Okay, these
we're
are
gonna
just
throw
like,
that one
like
out.
base cards.
We got a Roethlisberger,
Kirk Cousins,
a
it looks like.
Cousins.
Just a patch, jersey
Ooh,
patch.
I'll hang on to that one for a second. Let me see that. Cousins jersey patch.
Jalen Waddle for the Dolphins.
Not much going
Okay.
there.
A Jalen Waddle. A
First
Micah
pack.
Parsons.
Okay, Michael Carter, is that no?
And a
Yeah,
hologram.
Michael Carter rookie.
A hologram Michael Carter rookie.
Trevor
Ooh,
Lawrence.
Trevor
Yeah, so
Lawrence
that's-
rookie.
I don't.
Might just be a base.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a base, but it's still a good card.
Okay. We just
Alright.
pulled a Trevor Lawrence show that. That's a big one. Kirk
Alright, so
Cousins.
Best one.
I don't think it's a good one.
Now when you
I don't believe.
when you
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Cooper, are you competitive? Do you get competitive about opening cards? Your friends
this?
open cards?
I mean, it's more just like, we're hyping each other up.
Are we gonna get any of these cards autographed tonight?
Tonight? Yeah. Oh, we brought some cards to get autographed. I mean, this is a huge no-no. And people watching this would probably be like, you're out of your mind for doing this. We went to a card shop and we were looking for certain cards, certain rare cards,
Sign Anthony Schwartz.
Is that what they call this? A triple crown?
Yeah.
Okay, 5 of 99.
Ooh, that's a good number too. You
It's a
like
nice
5,
card.
15, and 25
nice
are good
card.
numbers.
No. I think he meant numbered out of 5, 10, or 25.
Okay.
LaVisca Chenault.
Out of 400.
I've never heard of that player. So,
Another Jalen
so
Waddle.
basically what I'm saying
Is that a Mitch? Is
we're
that a
just-
Mitch Trubisky?
Let me see. We're just hyping each other up, and we pulled a 1 of 5 Zach Wilson signed card, and his buddy Grayson got the other box. There's 2 of them. It's 1 card in a box called Panini 1, and he pulled like a $50 card out of a $650 pack. He was a tick upset, but just said, "Hey man, hang in there.
Yeah.
You'll you'll get it. You'll get there."
We got
Just gotta
another
keep
pack
spending
here.
money. That's really all you can do.
Well, that's a good message in life too. Is sometimes you got to spend money to make money. Sometimes you got
That's
to
what that's what I told him.
you got to burn cards.
But
I think this is our last pack before we head out to the home run derby.
And
here.
now we're selling. We're gonna sell them on eBay too. So check the account.
Yep.
Check the account.
I think we're gonna sell them on Whatnot, an official partner of Barstool Sports.
Okay. Let's sell them there then.
Yeah, let's sell them there. Let's partner with
Fine.
them. This is starting 9. We're gonna
Fine.
partner with people. Give me something good here. Is that a Mitch card?
Not really.
No, what's that one right there?
This one?
Kyle
Frank
Trask,
Tarkenton.
rookie. Josh Fields, rookie.
Ooh. Let me see the Justin Fields rookie.
It's
Okay, Sharp.
that's okay.
Sharp.
It's okay.
Sharp. This is
That's-
a legacy card.
It's more of a
This
base.
is starting 9. We're going to the home run derby. Let's get some home run derby picks.
Let's
Who's
go.
winning
Like and
tonight?
subscribe.
Juan Soto.
Let's go. Who's
We got
winning the
Juan
derby?
Soto. The guy just turns down
I got
$440 million
Alonso.
deal.
I got Alonso.
I'm
Again.
taking my arch nemesis Albert Pujols. The only reason I know he's going to win this is because I came all the way out here, and it would make sense that he wins it, and he just puts a cherry on top of ruining me.
Won't
And-
happen.
And, too big. We'll
Love
see.
him, but won't happen.
All right, next time you guys hear us, it'll be after the All-Star game. Like, subscribe, review, unsubscribe, resubscribe. Coop, thanks for joining us. Thanks for unboxing some stuff. First
Send us the
appearance.
good luck too on the cards.
Yeah.
We need it.
Okay. Hey, how you doing? Next time. We'll see you.